You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad to be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Dad Life episode of Dad Crossing this week. I brought us in because it was me that suggested this topic. Only off the back of Nick saying that he's organised something with another family this weekend, and also with his good friend the Duke, and trying to get calendars to kind of align and do stuff like that. But then just how much easier it used to be when there was no children compared to how difficult it is now there is children, and all the weird and wonderful things that it comes with having children. So that's what I'm about, and how it can like mentally affect us as well, because um, it is nice to be a parent. It can be unforgiving sometimes, but it can also be very rewarding. But there comes a point where you kind of want to have your own personality still and doing your own thing, and still like be able to be with the friends that you had and hung around with beforehand. So yeah. I'll kick this off then with the question of just run us through the difficulties that you've had in terms of organizing the stuff with the friends that you're going to see today.
Well, just like friends in general. So I guess for me, it's like, well, one, it never fails that some child gets sick in the like 11th hour that we're gonna hang out. It just like my kids, their kids, and some kid gets sick, right? And you're like, well, now it's like, do you want to risk it? We haven't hung out in forever, but I don't know. I don't want to get you sick, but so there's that. Sports has made it super tough, because like when the kids were younger and there wasn't sports or theater or anything like that, then it was like it was really no big deal, right? It was just your schedule that you had to figure out. There's four schedules. There's mine, there's Beck's, there's the kids, and it's like, okay, well, and then on the other side, there's like another four schedules or however many, right? Of like, okay, well, so it's like trying to mesh 8 schedules together to find a Saturday that works. Is like, it's yeah, I think those things are really are some of the biggest challenges that that we face, or that I face as a dad, with kids that are older now in school or in sports and other extracurricular activities.
There's a level of when they were like, you could carry them around and they were just in a baby seat or in like
Yeah.
some kind of four wheel where you were just pushing them around, and you could you could kind of guarantee that if they were going to crash, that you could like set up the push chairs or a mini crib
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing and just rock
Yep.
them and they'd be asleep and everything would be absolutely fine. But yeah, when they get to like 2-3 years old, when they want to be into everything and they require more entertainment than twinkle twinkle little star
Yeah.
and a warm bottle of milk,
Mm-hmm.
um it just becomes more interesting. So to try and organize things. The other caveat I have with that, so there's not only like kids being at school, Lindsay being at work, like with Jaya and stuff when she's down at university, is I work shifts.
Yeah.
So it's somebody might say to me, "Oh, do you want to do this in like 5 or 6 weekends time?" And I'm like, I have to work out. Like, is Emily with us? Am I off? Am I on nights? Am I coming off nights? Am I going on to nights? Do I need to book this off? So it kind of puts things off, and that also stumps me in terms of like a lot of a lot of the issues I have with meeting up with friends is they all work Monday to Friday. Most of them in retail at some kind of managerial level. Um, so they get every weekend off. And they want to do stuff with their kids when it's the weekend, and they're like organized to do things with their wives and stuff. Um, but then I'm off during the week most of the time, which is why I spend a lot of time either in my beanbag gaming, or I'll take Rex for a walk, or I'll be at the gym because the only other people that I know who are off during the week are the people that I work with.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say like the ages have give and takes, right? Like the they sit in a like a baby basket type thing. It's great, except there's going to be like moments of like fit crying and all that. Toddlers are a different beast where they're able to like run around. So maybe you go to the park or a McDonald's play place or something like that so they can do their thing. Um, so you're trying to like keep them active and entertained while you can hang out, but you don't deal with schedules. So there's that, I mean, that's cool. And then and then you get to like a little bit older, like we're talking about now. It's like, okay, well now they have schedules, but they're easier to take places. Like they're not as fussy about where they go and what they do. So it's like there's all these like push and pulls for each like age range, right? And so like we're in the
and
like, oh, there's a lot of schedules, but I can take Ariel and Noah pretty much anywhere and just tell them to pack something and they'll be entertained. Like so, yeah,
yeah,
it's
or,
it's an
or
interesting deal.
like you said, kids wherever they go and whoever they go to see, they will play with whatever there is there
Mm-hmm.
and share and stuff. So like I know if I go around to see Joe and um his boys and stuff, that Logan will come along and he'll go upstairs and he'll play at theirs. He'll take his Switch and play Minecraft and stuff with them and like join in that way. Or so it's a lot. They're a lot easier to entertain. And like you say, when they were toddlers, you're kind of trying to take them somewhere that isn't somebody's house that they're going to demolish and whirlwind around. And even if your friends don't have kids, it's like you've then got the risk of it being baby proofed and like
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's a hard one, and I end up spending a lot more time on my own doing my own thing than I'd like to. Um, but equally, I completely understand that people have to work during the week and don't always work weekends, and I spend a lot of time awake while a lot of people are asleep.
Right. Right. Yeah. I remember I used to work actually I used to work 40 hours like Friday through Sunday at a job, um, helping like disabled adults, before I started at Habitat or Salvation Army, long time ago. And yeah, I mean, I never hung out with anybody because it would be like I couldn't do anything on the weekends. I was in that job actually while Beck and I were dating, and there were times where I'd feel so bad because we'd be hanging out and I would be like falling asleep because basically I had just worked like 16 hours, but that was the time she had to hang out. So I was like, sure, come on over. That sounds great. I got to be working like 8 hours again, but let's do it. And it was just like, yeah. And so no, I remember those days, and then I'd be like, I'm free for like the week basically. I don't have anything to do. I did have a part-time job at the time, but I was like, I could do anything I wanted, and everybody was like, yeah, we're busy. We had the weekend. Where were you? I was like, I was working a lot.
Yeah, but like now, so so prior to kids and stuff, the kind of thing that you'd meet up with friends and do is completely different to what you do now. And but it's also the like, what do you do now as full grown adults that have the responsibilities and stuff? Like, I know I sometimes I go karting with Gareth. If I see him, Joe will come with me to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if we get time where we're both not doing anything, we usually just end up talking about stuff as we're both playing games.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you do as a grown man now to socialize?
That's a great
Especially
point. Yeah.
because I don't drink as much as I used to, or anywhere near as much as I used to. So, like, that's usually something that's not off the table for me. So, I mean, I went for a meal with some of the guys that I worked with at the last power station on Thursday night, so which was nice. But that's like a once in a blue moon kind of job. In fact, we were supposed to do it because one of the guys that I worked with, has just landed a job in Australia. So, and he's usually the one that organizes it all to meet up for something to eat. And then he couldn't get there because he was still working in Liverpool. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's interesting, right? Like it's hard to so like there's always sports, like watching a sports game, but I don't do that very often. Mostly when we hang out with friends, just like I'll say what I do because I was trying to think of like what you could do. Is usually play games and not like video games. Usually it's like board games or something like that. Because a lot of times they were hanging out as couples, and Beck's not a video gamer, and so we'll just do board games or something like that. And sometimes we just sit around and talk. Like sometimes we'll like break out a game. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, we're just gonna sit around the table and talk. Tell the kids to go do something because a lot of times they like
Yeah.
to lurk around and do something. And be like nope, go do something. Go downstairs.
That's what I mean, we did that for New Year's just gone when we were into to Joe's. Um, we sat around, we ate food and stuff and talked and chatted away and the kids and stuff. And then we played like a Stranger Things trivia quiz
Ooh, that's
because it
fun.
was, yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we did that. And then I suppose, like, yeah, most of the time I'll just be like, I'll either go for a walk with a friend, go to the gym with a friend, or I don't know what else I do. I don't do a lot else. Not so much anymore. But like, I used to go biking. Like we'd meet up and we'd go biking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd meet up and like I'd go for a run uh, with Lindsay's brother-in-law. But I can't run anymore. And I can't do the biking anymore, so I'm kind of limited on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to wonder if I'm the issue.
Well, I mean, I think it's not really. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's like anybody's particularly the issue. I mean, I think the job really does like probably limit what you can and can't do, who you can and can't hang out with, right?
Yeah,
Throughout the throughout the week and all that jazz. I think some of the stuff is like, well, I'm gonna step back and be like, I hear you because there are things that like I could go be like, hey, do you want to work out with me? I don't really want to do that, man. I just want to look at my iPad and run and watch Stranger Things and do a thing. So like there are probably opportunities that I should take better advantage of and try to like steer in a particular way. But instead I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of an extrovert. I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm just gonna go do
yep.
this thing, and it's just like,
And
yeah.
and for me that has become a bigger thing post COVID, where everybody doesn't want to be out where everybody is because we were all told to stay inside and not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us have struggled to go back to going outside and doing something or meeting up with people and doing something, but you just get comfortable doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. Like, I know that happens a lot with me. I say it with Lindsay. I know Lindsay's like, she likes to make plans and she has some friends that she sees, but equally,
Mm-hmm.
she's very happy to be in bed by 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
watching a program that she's watching at the moment or reading a book or doing a uni work and kind of just distancing herself from people and switching off. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that is also part of the issue. We have just become more like hermited people in general, and I think it's a little bit by COVID, but I think we were already going that way. I don't know if social media has helped with that, and I don't mean helped like in a great way. I just mean like has been a push towards that. Um, but yeah, there it there is often like we're going to go see friends today. Am I excited about that? Yeah, I think it'll be fun. If we weren't, could I stay home and play grounded and be happy? Yeah, probably could. Like that's just like me being like deathly honest, and I really hope that nobody hears this. And if one of those friends that I'm going to see hears this, I love you. I am excited to come see you. I'm just saying. Just saying. This is who I
Yeah.
this is how this is.
The kind of person that like you have plans and your plans are made and then all of a sudden they cancel on you and you text it back like, oh no, this is really bad as you're laying down and like, yay.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
no, I think how we gone full circle was like how difficult it is to try and organize stuff, but equally how easy it is to be like, oh well, it didn't go as planned, so
Yeah.
oops.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's fine. And then I'm just gonna turn on Peacock and see what's on the Olympics. And if I don't like anything, then I'm just gonna play grounded.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
so yeah.
Like like on Thursday when I was gonna go for the curry with all the guys that I used to work with. I was really tired. That was the day where I didn't sleep right well the night before, and it got to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon at work because I went there straight from work and I was like, I'm so tired. It's been a really busy day. I've walked around a lot. Like I really don't feel like going out and peopling. I'm glad I
Mm-hmm.
did. I had a fantastic time and it was nice to see people and a good laugh. But equally, that like there was a moment where I was like, could I really easily get out of this? Is there anything I could say or do that I like would be able to get out of them? But I didn't. I didn't. I went. But it went through my mind, but mainly because I just wanted to go home and sit in my beanbag and goop and then go to bed. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just
no,
wanted to sit on my beanbag and goop. I just love that that's
it's
what
a
they
good
call
hobby.
it.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And goop. So
No. I mean, I did. I went through a phase of like making sure that I was talking to people and like reaching out and stuff like that. And that's how me and Joe became good friends because like I made a point of always saying hi to him and talking along and trying to find a common interest, trying to build a relationship with that person. Um, and it's it's hard work,
mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
like how did it's like I look at Logan like we take Logan somewhere and stuff like that to play, and he's like he'll run up to a kid and be like, "You want to play?" And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah," and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Cool, I'm Logan," and "Oh yeah, I'm so and so," and then like off they go for like 40 minutes, and they just like run and play, and they're doing this, and then at the end of it, when we're having to leave, and we're like, it's like bye, so and so, and then like
Yeah.
never see them again. But it's like he made a friend so quickly. It's like I do that now. I walk into a room full of people, and I'm like, "Mm."
You just like find the farthest chair from whatever and take a seat. You're like, I'm good. I'm just gonna
Yep,
sit here.
I'll sit here and watch you all. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No, I I hear you. I had something I was gonna say and I don't remember. Um yeah, I guess I don't
yeah,
remember. I'm surprised how much and you know what? Gaming is another thing for me. Like gaming could be way social, but it's not. It's not. It's grounded. I could invite anybody and their brother to come play ground with me. Do I want to do that? Not really. No, I'm fine to play grounded by myself. It's cool. I'm good with that. Like I don't know. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Also, of like we do this podcast. I'm not gonna lie. This is half podcast form because it makes it more likely that I won't just be like, Sean, I'm tired. I don't want to come today. I mean, seriously, because I love you, Sean, and I want to hang out with you, but life gets in the way. And it's like a lot of times I'm like, I don't know. Like, and I'm like, but because it's a podcast and we have agreed to put out content, I'm like, all right, be there, even though I'm not sure I'm feeling it today. So it's like that's kind of why this works. So yeah,
it's
but
sounds very much like food is ready in this house because everybody's been shouted to the kitchen apart from me.
oh man. Well, Sean's done. See you, everybody. Sean's never
My
late for
bad.
supper. That's it.
I've got to
Adios.
rumble in and tumbly. No, I was going to say the same with the gaming thing. Like I I used to play with like a bunch of people on Grand Theft Auto, and we'd all be chatting away, and it'd be a good laugh. It's funny. Now I don't do that. Arc Raiders is a bit more interesting when it comes to the social aspect of things because the use of proximity chat, you can just talk to anybody as you're passing another raider. You can like,
Yeah,
hey raider, and then like you
that's
can
really
switch the
cool.
mic to proximity, and you can talk to them. You can say, oh, I found this really cool thing over here and stuff like that. But I also jump in and out of the Discord server with my dad and my brother and some of the people that they know on there. So like we end up talking and stuff. And I played a game, an entire round off, few rounds the other night with um I can't remember his name now because he's got a funny Discord name. But anyway, I ended up playing with him. Never spoken to the guy before in my life, and we did 2 rounds of Arc Raiders and just you know laughed at things, and so
Mm-hmm.
there was an aspect of that, and I think
That is cool.
that's an easy one because you don't have to be in proximity to another person, and you get the ability to make the choice of I will or won't talk. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was just telling you, I had a small group of guys, and I just was like, I'm out for a book, guys, which will probably be like 8-10 weeks, something like that. So I hope I jump back in. I'm gonna try real hard to be like, because I told him, I said, just let me know when you start the next one, and I'll jump in. But it's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be a part of me, I'm sure, when they're like, we're starting the next book. I'm like, I'm good. Never mind. You guys keep going. I'll be fine. And so.
I'll tell you, if you tell me when they tell you, and I'll push you into it, and then you can push me into some kind of social situation.
So this was supposed to be how hard it is for dads to like do a thing. It really was. That was like, I mean, I kind of went in unsure of what we are going to talk about, but I was for sure it was going to talk about how hard it is for dads. But then it kind of became a thing of like, I guess I don't really like to. I guess I struggle to like, and it's one of those things, Sean, when it's like, once I'm there, it's great. I'm having a great time. It's just the like motivation to get there. Like hardly ever am I in the social situation being like, I wish I wasn't here. No, usually I'm like, this is fun, playing games, doing a thing, having a meal together. This is great. But it's like the initial like push me out the door and go is the problem. So
yeah. And that's exactly the same for me. And I'm assuming a lot of people, it's getting over that hurdle of doing the thing straight away. It's the same when anybody's trying to start up at the gym and go. It's like once
yeah.
you are there, you've got that. You've gone through the door, go and do the workout. All the endorphins will help you out later on. It's exactly the same when you try and make plans for people. You can put it off and you can think, I'd rather be doing this, I'd rather be doing that. I don't want to go there. It's going to be loud. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. What am I going to eat? Like I'm trying not to eat so much crud at the moment, but like all we're going to be able to eat is crud because that's what's one offer. But at the same time, it's once you're there and you've had you're eating the food, you're doing the thing, you're playing the games, you're talking, you it's so much better than what you make up in your head because your mind becomes this like little thing of just don't do it. You don't need this. You can go back to bed.
yeah. Yeah, it's totally
And
true.
so, but yeah, it is, and it's hard, and it it takes a lot of effort to force it. But once you do, you get used to doing it and stuff. I've retreated back into my little corner, and I don't make the effort to talk as much as I normally would. I mean, it's even been noted that between me and Lindsay, I don't post much on my personal Facebook anymore, and I don't respond to stuff that Lindsay's putting on her Facebook as much as I did. I just look at it and like it's not that I don't like seeing the nice things and stuff. It's just I look and go, yeah, and don't feel like responding. I don't think to respond. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
and the other thing, I mean, you said with social media earlier is, what do you talk about with people when if you see everything they do on social media? When you meet up with somebody, you don't have any great story to tell because they probably already posted about it. So it's like
That's so true. That's so true.
mm,
Yeah, I am not a social media guy. Hardly at all. I mean, I'm not a social media guy for my life. Like I'm not like, oh, we're doing this thing, we're going here. Oh, look at the kid. I don't take pictures. I mean, I take pictures of my kids, but I don't post pictures of anything. I don't post good or bad. That has less to do with my social like and more to do with I think I've talked about this in this podcast. I really like scanned this was many years ago, probably like 16 now. I scanned my wall once and it was just like all these amazing things and I was like, this isn't really my life. This is just like I don't know. I mean, it is like half of my life, maybe 2/3, but it's like there's just so much that's not here. That's I don't know. I just didn't like it. And it was like, okay, well, do I start being real on Facebook? And I thought, no, that sounds awful too. And so I was like, you know what? If I can't be real, I'm just not going to be on it. And so
Yeah.
that was why I made the decision to just like nope out on it.
Yeah, and I think
So,
that's something that as kids grow up now with social media is they see all these fantastic things that people are doing and feel like they need to be doing stuff to keep up with them,
mm-hmm.
and that these people have got these fantastic amazing, like they're doing this all the time, so they must be super happy and stuff. But it's like the reverse of that is you're only seeing what they choose to post,
Yep.
and they're not seeing the other side of it. So yeah, somebody might post a picture about how they're having like a really nice time having a coffee, and from a parent's perspective, what they haven't seen is you haven't seen like the kid have the meltdown about putting the shoes on and leaving the house because they don't want to, and then they've had the whole fight in the car, and they've got there, and you frustrated and annoyed, and you took the 30 seconds to take a nice picture of you
Mm-hmm.
drink in a coffee shop
Mm-hmm.
and post about it, but didn't see everything leading up to that photo and then potentially everything after that photo. So yeah, I think that's kind of why I struggle with social media, is that you don't I don't want to always post stuff because I feel like I need to post stuff, and I equally don't want to post the bad stuff as well because I don't want people to be like, "Oh, like is he okay?" and reach out and talk to me and be like, "Are
Right.
you okay?" Just please don't. It's fine. This is just the normal. Um, so I just don't post much at all.
I love it. You're like, oh, listen, I don't want to post stuff because I don't want people to actually talk to me. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Okay,
Leave me alone in my little corner.
do not knock on my rock. I live under it.
Yeah. That's one of the best things about a Ring doorbell. When somebody rings the doorbell now or knocks on the door, I can see them and be like, it's just a post delivery. They'll leave it by the door. Oh,
I'll leave it by
that's
the
not my friend. And shout one of the children, be like, yeah, chat, your friend's here.
yeah.
They don't need to go and answer the door.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
But no. But no,
So
I'm not that much of an introvert because we do this. We talk
yeah.
and tell people about our lives this way. Um, it just, I guess, it's I don't know. It's like you say. It's for me. It's I am comfortable in my own company and don't have to be talking to people. But there is some times where I probably do more if I spoke to more people and
Mm-hmm.
be so. Yeah,
Which can be
I
fine,
don't know.
right? Like, I mean, that
Can
that that is okay to a certain extent. But if you're only in your own company with your own echo chamber, then when thoughts go awry, nobody is there to check you, and that's when things go south. And then it's just like, and so yeah, and that's when you need somebody to be like, no, that's you're not thinking about that right. And so
yeah.
it's like, so you got to have that thing. And yeah, I mean, you are by far, Sean, the friend that I talk to the most consistently, by far, without doubt. Like, uh, yeah. And
I mean, we've
so,
been in this. We've been in this for 6 years this year.
yep, mm-hmm, yeah.
So
So, yeah, March 19th or something or other is when Animal Crossing initially dropped in 2020, and we had done like 2 or 3 episodes before that, basically.
we did to
Yep.
introduce me, you,
Yep.
and Dan and our history. That's something I need to check on that little tiny console if it's got New Leaf. But yeah, anyway, to
Mm,
like to introduce us and our history with the game and what we're looking forward to. So yeah,
yeah.
it'd be February time, I reckon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so yeah. But I mean, I guess, and you're right. Like, I mean, I want to do a Super Bowl party. I do love game nights. That's like my favorite thing. I love a good game night. Like video game nights too, but like, and when I say, I know I just said I'm good with playing video games by myself. I like playing like like Jackbox or like there's the draw games or all that stuff that we're doing now on Luna. And so there's all these fun games that I actually do like playing those. But like when you get down to like Grounded or a game like that that can be multiplayer, I don't really want that to be multiplayer. I just want to do my own thing. Minecraft is by far the thing I play the most, and I play that with the kids. Like that's the most like multiplayer like
Yeah,
co-op thing I do for sure.
I'm the same with that with Fortnite, and then it's like Skate. I like to play that on my own. Um, I quite like playing Ark Raiders on my own, but then saying speaking to people as I come across them and like pointing stuff out. And mainly because I like to do my own thing. So,
Is that
but yeah.
I mean, I don't play a lot of shooters. I don't play any shooters. And as I just said, I don't really do a lot of multiplayer thing. Is the proximity chat like a new thing, or is that in a lot of games now?
Um,
Because that is really
it's
cool.
it's coming in more now. I think because just to give the realism.
Yeah.
So, which is I think Warzone started with it first. I think, which was quite good in terms of like if you're in there as a team or anything like that, if they're all talking to each other, you would in real life be able to hear them talking
Yeah.
to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Skate has just brought that in as well. So when you're skating with somebody, if you team up with them, you can talk to them like party chat style, not proximity chat style.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good. Like you can be, it's like you can be looting one room in a building and you think you're on your own, then all of a sudden you hear somebody talking to another raider, and you're like, oh, there's two other people in this building. I hope they're friendly.
Yeah, so when I was watching, I didn't realize you guys were like, I didn't realize you were actually talking. I thought you were because you were in that like that creepy warehousey thing, and you had said, you to be quiet, or like you try to be quiet because it can like alert the whatever. Um,
Yeah,
and so I really thought you were using like because both of you were using just kind of like single words. So I thought you were using like D-pad commands. I didn't realize you were like actually talking, which is really
yeah,
cool. And so yeah, that's I mean, man, that's an interesting way to get to know people
yeah.
that you don't know. So
But anyway, what we'll do is we'll close this out
yeah, that's a good idea.
with the sentiment of you've probably just listened to me and Nick for the last like 25 minutes talk about how we're not always very good at doing stuff and getting out there, and that we would sometimes rather be in our own space, happy doing our own thing. But equally, we know that when we do the things like game nights, Super Bowl nights, meet friends for food, or meet friends at like parks and stuff for the kids, or just to do bits and pieces with other people, that we come away from it feeling like we've achieved something and we feel a little bit better because you've had that social connection. The sentiment I want to leave with is don't always think you are on your own with that. And I know sometimes trying to bridge that gap and talk to people is difficult, but if you do something that you can have as a common interest, like if you're a big reader, find a local book club or something like that, and join in with them, and you could find people who like the same genres as you, but you also might discover new genres and authors that you like, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, like get do stuff. If you big into being fit and healthy, like like going to the gym, like I am, I like to do the classes because before and after the class, there's like if there's other guys there, like I bumped into somebody that used to work at the power station I'm at now, and every time I go now and I see him, we chat, and he knows some people that I work with and things like that. So yeah, just make the effort to reach out, and you never know, you might just discover, like me and you did,
Mm-hmm.
talking about a shared interest, somebody that you can be really good friends with.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Cool. Whew, pulled that one from like somewhere.
Well, you did a really good job. That's 100%
Yeah.
true.
Right. Well, thank you very much for listening. And you'll hear all the socials and stuff if you want to reach out and share some of your thoughts and feelings on trying to make friends as grown adults. Then feel free to. But until we're here again, we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott. You can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over, because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.